This is the newest upgraded PacMotor. Let me show you the coolest thing. And there's 3 options at the top. There's anchor, heading, and waypoints. I'm here at the boat ramp, but I really want to show you guys the latest and greatest PacMotor with the GPS upgrades, the new heat sink cooling, and all the cool stuff that we have coming out for PacMotor. So let me show you right now. So this is the newest upgraded PacMotor. This is the very first model. This is our we have everything together in this one for our acceptance testing and all our user testing that we're doing. But you know that it's the GPS upgraded model when you have this aluminum heatsink right here. This allows the motor controllers on the inside to have a nice heatsink for a plate for cooling, and it has the easy connect button right here. And so that's an upgrade. But let me show you the coolest thing. If you can see this, here's the PacMotor application right here. And if I load it, you get this cool spinning of the motors. And it says search for your device. So I need to actually go ahead and plug the motor in so that I can show you guys what it does. Battery pack that we have. Let me show you guys how it plugs in. Right here. Okay, I just plugged it in. And then you can see that the original joystick, you turn it on like this. It still works all the same. But what you do is you turn this one off, and then you open up the app, which you can see I have the app opened up now, and now it says there's PacMaster, and it opens up the app. You have manual control right here where you can just do a quick forward, quick reverse, turn right, and if you keep tapping it, it continues to do it. So it's just like quick adjustments. But then we have the virtual joystick. So here's the virtual joystick. So it's the same as the physical joystick, but it's just virtual. So if you don't have that with you or something like that, you can just use this one. You can see that go right, go left, it will change the directions. Then you can also enable cruise control right here. So if you want to set it at a certain speed, like a slow speed there, or full speed, it will just hold it wherever direction you want it to run it. Stop cruise control puts it back in the center. So there's that, and then there's 3 options at the top, which I kind of didn't tell a lot of people about. The heading option, which is going to be a really cool feature. It might be my favorite one. But there's anchor, heading, and waypoints. So if you go to anchor, this is anchor here, spot lock to maintain your position, and heading. So you do anchor here. You see how it pulls up a compass. And so if I move the motor, which I can't really do it, but I need someone holding the camera. But if I move the motor, you'll see that the compass will change its direction based on the motor. So I'll show you on the water, that'll be much better. But anyways, you can lock current position. You can adjust the motor's thrust. So if you have a bigger boat, you want more thrust going back and forth. Or if you have a smaller boat, you can kind of fine tune that spot lock. And then you can also switch it to the map mode, and it will show you where you're at on your spot. So it'll show you that you're on a map where you're at. So you go compass mode or map mode. That's the anchor. Heading is very similar, but what heading does is you will set your throttle control. This is basically an enhanced cruise control. So you could go from 1% or 0% speed, where it basically just keep you in the same direction, or all the way up to 100% speed, which what it will do is it will keep you going in that direction. No matter if the wind starts pushing you left or right, it will keep you straight based on your compass and what direction you're heading. So if you want to head due north, you set your speed, and you will continue to go north no matter what the conditions are. So that's lock heading. So basically it's like an advanced cruise control where you can set your speed and your direction. So that's heading lock. And then waypoints, it's also going to be super cool. It uses GPS and the IMU, the inertial measurement unit that's internal with the PacMotor. So if you have this nice display here with this heatsink, you know you have the GPS option. So you open up waypoints, and you can also do a speed control for waypoints. But what you can do with waypoints is you can zoom in, and it's going to always start their first position at where you're at, and then it will drive you to point 1, and then it will drive you to point 2, and then it will complete the route once it gets to the very last point. But what you do is you adjust your speed. So you have 8% speed. This one has a minimum of 1% speed, so you can't go to 0 with this one, because you always want to be moving from one point to the next with waypoints. So you can go from 1% speed all the way up to 100% speed. And then you start navigation, and then it will turn you around, so spin me and then start heading me towards those points. And then you can complete navigation, or you can load a route. So I just loaded that route, but I could load an additional route that I've already had in my past history. I'll show you guys that on the water. There's some settings in here, so you can increase your tolerance. So each setting, or not setting, each waypoint has a tolerance circle around it, where the boat has to reach that GPS coordinate before it says it's completed, or it moves to the next one. But you can adjust the tolerance, where if it's hard for your boat to be perfectly, you can adjust up to 7 meters, and you can see that that circle is now becoming larger. That's the tolerance. If I go up to 10, it's even larger. If I go back down to a moderate or a balanced, say 4 meters, you can see that it's now tighter. And that's for each tolerance zone. And this other button is your history, and that's settings. So a lot of cool things coming with the new GPS navigation app. You disconnect from the device there, you reconnect from right here. There's a compass calibration, which is a feature that you need to do when you first set it up. Make sure that your boat, when it's mounted on your boat and you get on the water, you kind of need to turn yourself to true north, and then adjust your compass settings here to align true north with where everything's set up. And then once you hit save calibration, it will save that calibration spot. So that's just a quick rundown of the GPS navigation. I will give you some on the water tours here in a moment, and it's going to be really awesome. We'll have a great time. Thanks. I did want to show you guys that we have this cam buckle here to like easily get the strap to the right spot, but you always need to put on this tri-glide is what they call it, once you get the strap in the exact spot that you want and it's tight, so that these don't loosen up on you as you're driving. So this right here will protect that. Because I've noticed a lot of customers would say like, oh, it was tight whenever I got it and originally installed, but then as I was using the motor, things came loose. And the reason why is this bottom strap right here might slightly come loose with just the cam buckle, but we have this extra tri-glide that's on there that will keep that from coming loose, so stay nice and tight. And here's my side cam buckles. I've been using this a bunch of times, so you can see it's a little dirty, but everything's ready to go. I'm just going to put it into the water, hook up the battery, and then show you guys the GPS. I love this new design here with this heat sink. It's really nice. Carry it over, throw it in, put it under these remote up here, what I usually do is kind of put them under the straps. Put one like around the front. That way I can still reach back here, check my battery level at any moment. And then I'll plug in the unit. And I'm ready to launch. For safety, and bring a paddle, because you never know what's going to happen on the water. Any motor can fail, so you always have to have a backup. Find a good place to get in. Oh, I wanted to show you guys this. Right here, I bought this off of Amazon. I'm testing it out today. I think it's going to be really great to hold my phone in for my GPS navigation and my spot lock and things like that. So I'll show you guys that soon. See if I can jump in here.